Hello everyone. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to present my presentation on the topic investigating student perceptions of combined PBL and English literature approach in power systems using cluster analysis. Actually, this work is a collaborative effort within the School of Electrical Engineering and Automation at Wuhan University, China, and it explores how integrating PBL with English literature enhances student engagement in power systems education. Using cluster analysis, we identified key trends in student responses, offering insights into the effectiveness of this interdisciplinary approach. We hope our findings contribute to a meaningful advancements in engineering education. So let's get started. To provide a clear roadmap for today's discussion and presentation, here is the table of content. Moving towards the introduction slide, let's take a look at an overview of the teaching methodologies in engineering education and the unique benefits of combining PBL with English literature. As in today's evolving field, diverse teaching methodologies are crucial for building technical skills, adaptability, and critical thinking. Traditional methods like chart-based learning and computer-assisted learning provide structured knowledge, but they may fall in fostering such skills. PBL, however, actively engages students in problem solving and promotes a student-centered approach. Integrating PBL with English literature expands students' perspectives, sharpens technical skills, and boosts engagement, especially in non-English speaking regions, by providing both technical and English proficiency, which is needed for global context. So the main objectives of our study includes to assess what's the impact of integrating PBL with English literature in electrical engineering education. Especially, we aim to understand student attitude towards this approach called extended teaching method and evaluate its effectiveness using cluster analysis and also analyze feedback of students to refine teaching strategies. Now let's discuss the extended teaching method which we applied in this study, and it integrates PBL with English literature to enhance traditional electrical engineering curriculum. Actually, this approach emphasizes student-centered learning and goes beyond conventional classroom boundaries, creating a more interactive and engaging experience. The key components of this method, as I already mentioned, English literature and PBL are designed to develop both technical knowledge and communication skills, particularly within the high-voltage classroom class course. As shown in figure 1, the benefits of this extended teaching method are significant. Firstly, it promotes lifelong learning, fosters independent and innovative thinking, enhances teamwork and communication, and as well as improves student engagement and outcomes. Through literature-based research and PBL activities, students gain a deeper understanding of the subject, refine their problem-solving abilities, and are exposed to diverse perspectives which are essential for tackling real-world engineering challenges. As mentioned, the extended teaching method integrates PBL and English literature to enrich learning. While each is autonomous, they are interconnected to create a cohesive approach. In the PBL component, students start by defining project objectives, forming teams, and engaging in collaboration dynamics. They clarify roles, complete the projects with simulations and analysis, and finally present their work with evaluation, which covers problem formulation, modeling, results, report quality, and presentation skills. This process builds teamwork, problem solving, and accountability. Simultaneously, the literature review components involve selecting notes, generating keywords, conducting research, and preparing presentations. This enhances both technical knowledge and language skills. Insights from the literature review inform PBL project development, enabling students to apply global research to their work. This interconnected approach deepens understanding and equips students with both technical and communication skills for real-world challenges. This slide is about the methodology which we implemented in our research. Actually, there are numerous tools available for conducting survey research. But for our study, we deployed a questionnaire to gather Chinese students' perspectives on the power system or voltage class. A total of 200 students were involved, including 138 undergraduate students from the class of 2021 and 72 from the class of 2023. Actually, this study focused on the true valid questionnaires which were completed by the same students both before and after the course. As detailed in Table 1, 129 true valid responses were collected for both pre-course and post-course assessments. These responses are then analyzed through the cluster analysis to identify patterns in student perspectives and engagement. Now let's go through a cluster analysis technique. Actually, this technique is a versatile statistical method which is used to classify data into relevant groups based on similarities. This technique is particularly valuable in engineering education for analyzing students' learning behaviors and decision-making processes. Main types of this technique include systematic, unsystematic, and a two-step clustering. But in this study, hierarchical clustering, which is a type of systematic clustering, was selected to classify students based on their survey responses. This approach actually systematically groups the most similar or closest elements together, allowing us to identify distinct patterns in student engagement and attitudes. Hierarchical clustering is effective for both categorical and continuous data types, making it suitable for analyzing diverse forms of educational data. This slide outlines the hierarchical clustering process, which is used to classify students based on their survey responses. As depicted in figure 3, the process begins by treating each data point as its own initial cluster. Through interactive merging, the algorithm calculates distance between clusters and merges the closest pairs. This merging process continues iteratively until a predefined stopping criteria is met. In this case, when the merging distance reaches 5.4. At this point, the process stops, resulting in the formation of final clusters that group students with similar responses. The clustering process also follows specific rules which are shown in the table 2, and these rules guide how clusters are merged. These rules ensure that samples are logically grouped based on the similarities, creating cohesive clusters that reveal insights into student engagement and learning behaviors. This slide is about the clustering results, which identify 6 groups among 129 students based on their pre- and post-course questionnaire responses about the literature review and PBL in the power system or voltage course. Using a merging distance of 5.4 and its steps in figure 3, we categorize students into distinct groups, as shown in the figure. As we can see from the figure 4, the largest group is category 6, which includes 70 groups, and it indicates a strong similarity in their responses and likely a positive engagement with the teaching methods. While category 5 is the second largest, with 41 students, showing another group with similar attitudes. The smaller groups, categories 1 to 4, contain fewer students, representing less common responses or different perspectives on the course. So here is the analysis of student attitudes towards the literature review component across 6 categories. As you can see in this table, category 1 remained strongly positive, while category 2 shifted from mixed to more negative. However, category 3 initially saw some benefits but grew less positive, likely due to language challenges, while category 4 moved from neutral to positive, and the combination of category 5 and 6 reflect strong support and increased confidence, highlighting a positive impact on these students. Overall, this distribution shows a range of responses, illustrating how the course influenced different groups in unique ways. So this slide shows the analysis of student attitudes towards PBL across 6 categories. As you can see in this table, categories 1 and 2 had mixed or negative shifts, while categories 3 and 4 showed increased interest. However, the combination of categories 5 and 6 reflects a strong positive response with the increased confidence and a preference for PBL. In summary, our analysis shows diverse responses to both the literature review and PBL components. While some students remain neutral or negative, others showed significant positive responses, especially in confidence and engagement. As we discussed, categories 5 and 6 in both analyses reflect the strongest support and growth, indicating that these methods effectively enhance student learning and adaptability. So this slide highlights key findings on the student attitudes towards the extended teaching method. Figure 4 shows varying levels of student agreements. As across 6 clusters, we identified varied responses to the literature review and PBL components. Category 5 and 6, representing 86% of students, showed a strong support preferring PBL and feeling more confident with English literature. In contrast, categories 1 to 4, 14% had less favorable attitudes especially towards English literature, suggesting a need for tailored support. Overall, the extended teaching approach fosters confidence and engagement, enhancing the learning experience. Furthermore, a literature review task improves students' reading skills, academic awareness, and research familiarity. For students with limited English, a gradual transition from Chinese to English literature reviews is recommended, with a limit of 3 reviews per semester, and enhanced student discussions to aid comprehension. Effective PBL projects should be robust, practical, and aligned with classroom goals to maintain engagement. The analysis confirms that extended teaching methods promote skill development and adaptability. So for future studies, it's recommended to use larger sample sizes and control for period English knowledge. Further, this study advocates educational reforms to integrate these methods for better student outcomes. So here comes the conclusion of our study. As this study demonstrates that integrating PBL with English literature significantly enhances student engagement and understanding, promoting a multidisciplinary approach that deepens comprehension and practical application. Furthermore, cluster analysis revealed that most students prefer this method, affirming its effectiveness in meeting educational needs. However, some students face challenges with English literature, which suggests that there is a need for tailored support. Future studies should explore broader implementation of this approach, and this combined strategy could be expanded to other engineering courses to maximize its benefits as well. With that, we reach the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention. I hope these findings on integrating PBL and English literature offer valuable insights into enhancing engineering education. So thank you once again.